What is the most disrespectful someone has done to you? When I worked a kiosk, someone sneezed into their hand and wiped it on my back when they passed by. My first job as a photography intern, my boss posted on Facebook that he was going to fire me hours before he told me. We were friends on Facebook at the time. It was the first day of one of my college courses and we were telling everyone our names. I said mine, and the professor said my husband wanted to name our son that, but I didn't want him to get made fun of. My ex didn't allow me to have any female friends and wouldn't even let me say my best friend's female name in front of her. We broke up because she fell in love with her best friend, male. I had someone I considered a close friend send an unprovoked email outing me to the entire staff of the place I worked. Not only that, he took a screenshot of an online dating profile as proof and told them to keep their kids away from me. I was a teaching professional at a country club. Go to a meeting for work. Coworker says to opposing counsel, "Hey, do you want to meet Gutenberg Bible?" He's here and gestures back at me standing in the hall with a bunch of files. This licks me up and down, turns back to my coworker and says no. My abusive first girlfriend said to me, "I'm glad for your mama because she doesn't have to be around you anymore." Literally the same night I confided in her that my mom ran out on me and I hadn't seen or heard from my mom in years. Went in for a handshake and they dabbed on me. Definitely one of my greatest hits. One of my ex-girlfriends made with her another dude at this bar we were at, not 10 feet away from me. I couldn't believe it. Then she couldn't believe it when I left her there without saying anything. 20 plus years ago, when I was in 6th grade, an 8th grader spit on my bike, then in my helmet, then on me. I punched him in the face. One of my friends saw all this, ran up and also punched him in the face. He ran home. My sister brought our cousin, who I despise, to sleep in my apartment just for the night. The next morning, the cousin invited my ex-boyfriend and started to make out in my living room, in my couch. I hate them both. Edit, Grandma. NYPD cop on a horse in Central Park stopped by me as I walked by and looked down and said, "Jesus, you'd need a Clydesdale to do what I do." Yeah, I was a fatty, but come on, man. Some little spit on me. I'm a teenager and the kid was like 8, so I couldn't exactly kick him in the throat without getting in huge trouble. Drove halfway across my city to a dress-up meeting of a veterans group and found I was expected to buy a pretty expensive ticket. No microphone. Nobody talked to me over supper and a meager thank you when I was finished. She got pregnant by another guy. She admitted it and suggested to raise the baby with her. No. Cheated on me, but didn't have the balls to tell me to my face. Started dating someone else for 2 weeks. We were still dating. Then when I started catching on and asked about it mid-panic attack, they say, "I wish you all the best," and hung up. 10 minutes later they called me back to say I've known them for 2 weeks and I love them, then hung up again. I told my 1-year-old it was time for his nap. I then took his diaper off to change him and he proceeded to look me in the eye the entire time. Groped me, then called me a liar and a hoe when I was mad about it. Smashed my face on the wall, breaking my nose, then lying to the teacher saying that I'm doing it all by myself and giving the blame to them. Maybe their broken arms could teach them a lesson or two. Commented, unprovoked, that I look great in pictures, but viral not so much. I said, wouldn't it be nice to at least look good in one of them? She blocked me. Lied straight to my face knowing that I knew what they had done / said. Made fun of me for trying to kill myself. You, dat. Costco loss prevention elbowed me in the face and broke my cheek. Funny thing was that I wasn't stealing anything and have never been in trouble with the law in my life. Of course nothing happened to him because he was an off-duty police officer. American Airlines. That's it. Ghosted by none other than my best friend. How native are you? Biracial Redditors understand. They didn't know it was disrespectful, but that doesn't make it better. My parents, who don't know I'm in the closet, told me that LGBTQ plus people deserve to be discriminated because some women like to lie about being raped. Ah yes, logic. A high school bully threw a milk carton of chewed up food and spit at me, hit me in the face, and caused me to drop my lunch tray. The cafe wasn't full at the time, but enough people saw it to be embarrassed. I didn't eat in the lunchroom for pretty much the remainder of the year after that. I was happily eating a burger on my lunch break alone. I work in customer service, so being able to not talk to anyone is sacred, and some dude tried to come up to me and start playing his favorite Justin Bieber songs on his phone to me and talking about how much he is a fan. Working as a barista in Starbucks, I got a fresh, hot caramel macchiato thrown on me because there wasn't enough caramel on top. My girl broke my Lego Death Star, the whole thing, because I had a girl contact in my phone, not knowing that was my sister. So I broke up with her. Now my Death Star is safe on my shelf. Barked at me from their car on my way to class. You are pretty good looking for an Indian guy. Casual racism is one of the most repulsive and disrespectful things in the world.